Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, spoiler alert, this video is based totally on fun, okay? So, if you guys are watching this, we're going to dive into every class that Diablo has in the game right now. Hopefully, in the future, Diablo will be bringing more, but as of right now, if you are a new player, an old player, whatever you are, we're going to be diving into every class, and make sure you stick around so that way you can see what the most fun class, in my opinion, is. So let's get on into it. So, as you can see, we have what, five different classes right now. And in my opinion, now this is going to be in my opinion, okay? I've played every class. I have not maxed every class, but I have played every class. I do have a few friends that have some the classes that are maxed, and I have their opinions, so I will be going, back and forth with that. But we are going to start off with the old Druid, okay? So the Druid, in my opinion, is a very, very strong class. The only reason that I say that the Druid is A tier is because the early game for Druid is very slow. Like, once you get to late game and you can really start doing the bear and you can just pulverize, it really becomes a lot more fun. But your early game experience with the Druid is very lacking. My son actually played the Druid, and I watched him, and we partied a lot with the Druid. I tried it out. Just the early game Druid is just really just not that impressive. So that is why I put it in the A tier here. So that's what we're going with. Now, in my opinion, the Necromancer, okay? If you haven't played a Necromancer, we're going to hover around here. We're going to be like, what is it? Is it S? Is it A? Is it B? So the Necromancer, in my opinion, is S tier. Okay, guys? The Necromancer is... it's so much fun. It gives a different kind of play style. And if you are someone like me that doesn't have 1,000 hours a week or a month to play the game and you're just able to casually log on and play, the Necromancer is probably what you want to go with. Now, the early game is kind of but if you can get like a Barber, Malignant Heart, or something like that, and once you start getting some good gear on the Necro, it really pops off. And it also has like a couple different play styles. You can either go Bone Spear, or you can get where you have all the corpses. And the corpses, in my opinion, is so much fun. Like, it's a different kind of play style. And when you have a game like Diablo, you really got to find things that can change up the playstyle, right? Like Bone Spear, yeah, it's obviously S plus plus tier. They've done so much to Bone Spear. It's absolutely insane. I've played one for like, I think I got to like level 40, and it's fun and I love it. But some of my friends that I play with, dude, absolutely dominate. Like, the damage is absolutely insane. And then if you want to switch it up and you want to raise all the corpses, it's like, dude, I mean, you got to change it up, right? You got to change it up. So, but the only thing with the Necro is the mobility of the Necro is pretty bad. So that's why that'd probably be the only negative to the Necro, in my opinion. So now we're going to go on to the source, okay, the Sorcerer. What everybody, I know there was a lot of controversial about the Sorcerer. Now, the Sorcerer, in my opinion, I think it's A tier. And you say, why, Tonky? Why is it A tier? Because, in my opinion, it just looks badass. Okay, who doesn't? There, like the lightning, the chain lightning. I don't know. I think that it looks badass, and like when you're running into a group of mobs and you're just lightning bolting everybody, just going ham. Like, it's fun, right? And then when you get the fireball, it's like it's even more fun. Like, you're who wouldn't want to get into a character and feel like you are that character. You know what I mean? And when you're playing the sorcerer, you feel like you're that character. So in my opinion, the sorcerer, A tier. Now, let's get on to the rogue. So it just depends on your play style. Granted, if you like a beefier champion, then I'd probably say it's B tier. If you like a mobile champion, then I would say S tier, because the rogue is fast, you run around, you have the dashes, you have a bow, you have dual wield. You can really find yourself feeling like you're getting into this champion. It has mobility, it has survivability, and it 100% has damage. I mean, if you go by actual class tier and not fun tier, I'm pretty positive that the rogue does the most DPS out of all the classes. So if you're looking at that, then you want to play rogue. Okay, 100% you want to play rogue. You don't want to play nothing else, because the rogue has the most damage out of all the classes, the most crazy builds. You can swap between your bow. Now the ultimates for the rogue feel kind of lackluster. They're not like, I don't know, like boom, like the sorcerer. You got the fireballs and you're going crazy. But the thematics of the rogue, that is where it's like a little bit, you don't feel as like this is crazy. It's more of, a kind of play style that if you just want to completely dominate and you don't want to look the coolest, then that is the way to go, in my opinion. Now, here we go. This is my favoritist, the the Barbarian. Okay, now listen. If you're going by damage and you're going by top tier class, it's probably D. Okay, it's really bad. The damage does not compare. If you're going for fun factor, I'm gonna, as much as I hate to say it, we're going B. We're going B. The Barbarian, it's my main. I've spent the most time on the Barbarian. There's so many different classes. There are different builds that you can do for the Barb. You have the Hoda, you have the Whirlwind, you have I forget the name of the skill where it swings around and kills everything around you. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do with the Barb, but if you like to be up close and personal, then I would say it's S tier. If you don't, then it's definitely B. The skills on the Barb just don't feel as connected to the game as to your character. I mean, you pretty much, if you're going Whirlwind, you're just swinging around, you're holding the right mouse button or whatever. If you're playing on console, the X button or B button, I don't know, whatever it is on console, and you're literally just swinging around. Now, the Barb does have a lot of potential to do a lot of damage, especially if you have the Barber Heart. That is absolutely ridiculous, but just if you're going by fun factor, unfortunately, even though it is my main and I love the Barbarian, it really is down. So that is it. That's if you're going for fun and you're new to the game, or if you're thinking about starting a new character, this is what I would go by. If you haven't played Necromancer, you need to play it, and if you haven't played Rogue, you definitely need to play it. If you want to turn into a bear and just pulverize everything, then you want to go Druid. If you want to feel sweet and you want to zap around and fireball everybody, then you want to go Sorc. And if you just kind of want to play the game and feel like a man, then you want to go Barbarian. Alright guys, hey listen, there's been a lot of changes to Diablo lately. There's some new seasonal content that came out just a couple days ago. If you want to check it out up there, boom, smack that button, go binge watch some Tonky stuff and watch and see what's going on in the future of Diablo. If you want to check out a live stream, make sure you hit subscribe and hit that notification bell, because this weekend we will be going live on this channel. And if you want to see it, you got to make sure you be there. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hopefully this helped. And if it did, let me know in the comments. Have a great rest of your day. And let's go get it. Ha ha.